Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to cover Biden's new proposal that's going to allow the IRS to start to do some sneaky stuff inside your bank account. So make sure you stick around till the end. All right, so we're going to cover this real briefly. We're going to talk how Biden's new proposal is going to allow the IRS to begin to stick their noses inside your bank account. And the banks are now going to be required to do the IRS's dirty work. They're going to essentially be the new auditors in town. Now, Biden's proposal is going to allow about $80 billion to be used towards bolstering the IRS's auditing services, right? So they're going to be hiring a lot of people to begin to step up the auditing process. Now, the idea behind this is that Biden wants to allow more auditing to take place to find money that's not necessarily being reported when it's supposed to be reported. If you have a small business or if you're a sole proprietor, when you do your taxes, you don't always put every single thing, or you try to do your best, but maybe sometimes things are missed. So what's going to happen is, in this proposal, Biden's going to allow the IRS to start to monitor all of your ingoing and outgoing transactions, anything over $600. Now, what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and dive into the irs.gov website. Now, inside the irs.gov website, there is something that was just released on. It's a written testimony from Charles P. Rettig, Commissioner Internal Revenue Service, before the Senate Finance Committee on the IRS budget plan. Now, this was done June 8th, right? So there's a lot of legal information, a lot of, junk that we don't really need to be concerned about. But what I do want to bring your attention to right here is the president's legislative proposal. Now, we're not going to go through the entire thing, but this is all going to be a part of the American Family Plan. Now, if you scroll down to here, number one, it's going to talk about increased oversight of paid tax return papers. We're not going to go into that. Increased penalties of ghost papers. Those are people who submit their taxes but keep their identity private or off of their documents. Now what we want to talk about is introduce comprehensive financial account information reporting. Now we're going to read this together. Let's do it. This proposal would create comprehensive financial account information reporting regime. Now listen to that word right there, regime. What does your initial thought go to when you think of regime? We're just going to let that sit right there. Just keep that in mind. Financial institutions would report data on financial accounts in an information return. The annual return will report gross inflow and outflows with a breakdown for physical cash, transactions with a foreign account, transactions to and from another account with the owner, with the same owner. That's if you have another bank account or a business bank account or a second bank account or another bank account with your spouse's name on it. Any information going to and from bank accounts with your information, your identification, your Social Security is going to be monitored. Includes business accounts as well. This requirement would apply to all business and personal. Even if you don't have a business, this is still going to affect you. From financial institutions, including bank, loan, and investment accounts, any type of retirement account, any type of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, any type of account that you have that has your Social Security number on there is going to be monitored, with the exception of accounts below the low de minimis gross, which is $600. Other accounts with characteristics similar to financial institution accounts, such as PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, any type of account where you transact money, United States currency, is going to be monitored. Let's keep going. Would be covered under this information reporting regime. There's that word again. It's the third time. In particular, payment settlement entities would collect the TIN numbers and file a revised 1099-K. Expanded to all payee accounts, reporting not only gross receipt but also gross purchases, any purchases you make, anything you receive into your account, physical cash, right? That could be deposits or withdrawals, as well as payments to and from foreign accounts. Again, if you have family overseas, if you're constantly sending checks to your mom and your dad, your aunts, your uncles overseas, a lot of people I know do this. That's going to be reported. And transaction inflows and outflows. Now check this out. Similar reporting requirements would also apply to crypto asset exchanges and custodians. If you have any type of crypto in Coinbase or any type of wallet that allows you to purchase with a debit or credit card, most of the time, if not all of the time, they're also going to require you to give your information, your license and your social security number for anti-money laundering reasons. Okay? Those accounts, those exchanges, Coinbase Pro, right? Anything with your social attached to it, even if you have a Binance account. Binance is still it's an exchange that started in China. They moved around a lot, but they have a United States division. Well, anything doing any type of business in the U.S. is going to require your social security or your license or some type of information. They have to require that by law. Separately, reporting requirements would apply in case in which taxpayer buy crypto assets from one broker and then transfer them to another broker. Okay, this is where they're starting to crack down on crypto now. And businesses, check this out, that receive crypto assets and transactions of $10,000 or more. Now, we knew this from several years ago when the IRS started to crack down on Coinbase. Any transaction of $10,000, if you were a crypto holder and you had $10,000 or more in your crypto wallet, red flags were going to be thrown. They were going to look into your account. Now, the secretary would be given broad authority to issue regulations necessary to implement this proposal. That's a very loose statement right there. The secretary would be given broad authority. Well, how much authority? What specific authority do they have, right? It's very important the way that these things are written legally. It's very important to understand the way that they're written. Now, this is important information. This proposal would be effective for tax years beginning after December 31st, 2022, which means January 1st, 2023, that's when this law is going to be enacted, is going to be established, is going to be pushed out forward. Okay, they may write it into law prior to then, or that date, but when it actually begins to take place is going to be January 1st, 2023. Now, we have a good year before anything happens, and anything could happen at this point. I've heard, I do some business with credit unions. Lots of credit unions, lots of community-centered credit unions that are run by the members or by a board are very concerned about this because it's the government beginning to encroach on your privacy, right? A lot of people are raising flags and concern about this because this goes against the Fourth Amendment, right? This is diving into you and starting to uncover, where's your privacy? Where is our privacy as American citizens? Okay, there's some legal things that are going to be taking place as well. I'm sure there's a lot of lawsuits that is also going to be taking place in the near future. So guys, my purpose for this video is to get the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth out to you, the listener, my community. If you value this type of information, if you found any value in it, if you learned something new, all I ask in return, I always give my information out for free. There's no courses or nothing. All I ask is that you go ahead and click the subscribe button, click that thumbs up, because it triggers the algorithm to get this video out to more people. Okay, I'll do my best always to give you my unbiased opinion, what I think is the truth. Okay, and I'll always do my best to do my due diligence and make sure that I research and gather enough facts to present to my community. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And until next time, make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you guys in the next video. God bless.